What's up, guys? My name's Arianna.
And I'm Maple.
And today we are watching Breaking Bad. We're on season 5, episode 6.
Be sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget to check us out on our Patreon, linked in the description box below, where we do full-length watch-alongs, and you can gain early access to future episodes and movies.
Also, tell me that kid is not in that. They just, took the kid. They just, snatched up the kid. This is really dark. Why do we start with this?
I know, I forgot about that. I think that's how that ended that episode. And he didn't even hesitate.
Not once.
He's totally in there. He's digging him out. Look.
And the dirt bike.
They're disassembling the whole thing and placing piece by piece into a vat of acid.
No trace. This is really sad.
I know. All I'm thinking is, there's, a special reserved section of hell for you.
Have we haven't seen Jesse, have we? Or is that Jesse? No, that's Walt, right? Yeah. I probably broke Jesse. Jesse's so sick of watching kids die. My God, I'm just thinking about the poor, he's just gone, never gonna come home.
To be on a milk carton and posters.
I don't.
I know, but that's basically what they're doing to his poor little baby.
I know. That lighter click, though, after that music. Vince knew what he was doing. Don't talk to him. This is probably not it, my guy. I'm so stressed.
You guys didn't tell me this stuff smells like cat piss.
Balls.
Yeah. Also, at least, Jesse, shows that he's, disturbed by what's going on.
He has a normal reaction?
Shit happens, huh?
I can't believe he said that. Why are you going over to make conversation with him? He clearly stayed away from you guys while you did all this. This took hours. You haven't seen him once near you. So you're gonna be like, oh, shit happens. Sorry, I shot a kid point blank and then think twice about it.
For real. And,
I'm sorry, but
he's obviously disturbed.
Obviously, I guess you see it different.
But he did tell him that if he's taking it super literally.
I didn't see any other choice. And I've been thinking about this all day, going over and over it in my head.
Oh, he's so annoying.
Well, it's not like I wanted to.
You didn't think about it.
I mean, he could have just gunned it and been gone before we even had a chance to blink. We never would have been able to catch him. I was thinking on my feet. I saw a threat and I took care of it the only way that I could.
A threat? The kid was waving at us. He wasn't going anywhere. He was saying hi.
Hey, but you don't know that.
He didn't know what he'd seen.
Well, I didn't want to take that chance. The whole point of this thing was that no one was supposed to know that we were there, right? And people weren't ever supposed to know that anything got robbed. How could we have let the kid go? I mean, he made us. If I hadn't done what I did, the whole mission would have failed.
He's the only criminal in the room, legitimately, I guess.
To me, respectfully, I was looking out for the team. I didn't want to kill him. You got to believe that.
You didn't think about it.
At the end of the day, it was him or us, and I chose us. And I would do it again.
Why don't you step outside for a few minutes so we can talk this through?
I'm motivated, and I've got connections here. My uncle's got his hookups in prison, who I think could be a real help to us.
Just stop talking.
I mean, but what do they want?
I don't know.
What, John?
Let's just stick to the facts here.
Facts. Oh, okay. How about the fact that he shot a kid? A kid that he didn't need to shoot.
But what if he told somebody? What if he just mentioned it in passing? We can't know.
Exactly. We can't know because Ricky Hitler there shot him. We would have figured it out. But that dickhead just went ahead and made the choice for us. Is that how we do business now?
I understand you're upset.
And what was that crap about his uncle with the prison connections? It's just some bullshit intimidation move. Come on.
It's true, though. He does have some connections.
Is this a problem?
No, it's nothing to be concerned about.
It seems to me that we have three options here, and none of which are ideal. One, we fire Todd. I'm not a fan of this option, seeing that he knows way too much about this business, and we'd most likely have to pay him to keep quiet. And God only knows we've got enough of that going on. Two, we dispose of him.
That's so we killing somebody else.
Put him back on tenting houses, setting up the lab, and so forth. We keep him close. Option 3 would be my choice. Shall we vote?
You're still in.
Right on. Thank you. so much. Yeah, you guys totally made it right.
The next time you bring a gun to a job without telling me, I will stick it up your ass sideways. You understand? Yes, sir.
Spider the kid had gotten. He kept it.
They're all just a bunch of closeted serial killers. You can't. It's like, why would you? Why? You could just.
They got rid of the whole dirt bike, but you kept a jar that might have his fingerprints on it.
Anything going on?
He's just hanging out with his granddaughter.
It's a dead drop.
What?
A dead drop. He just stashed something underneath that trash can. Write the time down. Roll on it.
I feel like he's with them.
He is. It's a note to them to let him know he sees them. For sure. It has to be, right?
Looks like he's leaving.
Anybody
Suck my
Not that I can see. Nobody in
ass.
sight.
You gotta go read it.
Gotta go.
I like his new haircut and stuff. I keep saying that, but I like his. It just that haircut and facial hair fits him very well.
Yeah.
Just as a person in general. Why is it blurred out? So they can't show the word you,
No.
but
I'm calling again.
they can show a kid getting shot.
I didn't make you guys. What'd you do?
We honked our horns and yelled yoo-hoo. This guy is slippery as hell. He's been throwing every tail we put on him.
One of these days, our pal Airman Trout's gonna slip up.
And how about you just talk to me? Just tell me what's going on.
I just need to make the right decision. I need them to be safe.
The kids? They're safe. Of course they are.
I just miss them so much. I just want to be with them. They need to stay, but I don't know what to do here. Like, whatever I choose is wrong.
Safe from what?
From Walt and me.
Like what? Like your bad parents? Because you're not even close.
There are things you just don't know. That if you knew, you'd never speak to me again.
You're not going to say it. I will. Skylar, you have to forgive yourself for Ted. Beating yourself up over some stupid little affair.
Oh, because she doesn't even know that Walt told her yet.
Walt told you.
Please don't blame him. I practically forced him to, and I wasn't going to say anything, but I cannot stand to watch you torture yourself like this. You have to forgive yourself, Skylar. You were having all these problems with Walt, and Ted is a really good-looking man. You're only human. Hell, I've even thought of,
Infidelity? What the?
I totally get your temptation. Doesn't it feel good to get that off your chest?
You talked for her, Marie.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was
She's
literally
so well
Marie.
intentioned, but it's just
Marie being like, I know that you guys think I have a big mouth. And like, she literally then just like had to divulge Skylar's secret back to her, which
had to
was
let
a
her know
secret
that she
from
knew,
Walter.
Ready to get back at it?
Yeah, breaking news into our newsroom. We just learned that police
Oh, that's just like-
expanded their search. Drew Sharp was last seen by his parents Thursday morning.
He looks really young for
Extending
14.
Their search today east from Crown Point, asking.
He literally is gonna break from this. Like, he is too.
She's like red.
I know. Believe me. I've been able to sleep the past few nights.
You poisoned a kid.
We're self-sufficient. Finally, we have everything that we need and no one to answer to. I'll finish this. Why don't you go on home?
You sure?
Absolutely. I'll take care of this.
I don't know. Do you think he's a sociopath because he's just like casually whistling to himself while he does this? Because I do.
Yeah, after that.
Yeah, it's just leaving. What are you doing here?
I'm delivering the batch. What are you doing here?
Might as well get this over with. Come in, join us.
Where's your cars?
We parked around the block.
I just feel really anxious.
You might consider doing that as well. Just since this morning, I threw 3 separate tails, all DEA. The feds have been all over me. This has been going on for a while now.
Did they follow you here?
No, I said I threw them. I would never come to the headquarters of our illegal meth operation dragging a bunch of cops, Walter. The DEA, in particular, your peach of a brother-in-law, has taken a keen interest in my activities.
You're just telling me this now. Didn't think this information would be of interest? Wouldn't
Are
be
you
germane?
fucking dumb?
Been a hand
You
on it,
didn't
Walter.
think
You're
that, like,
sitting on 1,000 gallons of stolen meth.
hold on. I'm sorry. I don't want to miss the conversation. But guys, like, this is where this just throws me into a tailspin. Walter didn't think that after he killed literally one of the largest drug pens.
And he knows, and this is a f***ed up thing. So he doesn't say anything about it, right? But homie knows that they're paying their profits to keep men in jail quiet. Now, if Mike wasn't being investigated, all his guys get picked up and we're continuing to pay them, so everyone shuts the f- up about all y'all,
It's, like,
why wouldn't this be
obvious.
going on?
Like, how?
It's like, I understand.
All those sensibilities are just sliding right off of that
it's the lack-
slick bald head.
It's the lack of critical thinking skills for me. Like, connect the dots. And
So
you
just,
didn't think
like,
this was happening?
I just don't see how somebody can't watch this and be like, so just like, it's like rage bait. Like,
It makes
because
me
how does
so-
he not? How also he was literally doing stakes with Hank, investigating Gus.
Why do you think once Gus
What?
dies, the last standing person in the operation, the head of security, why wouldn't he be watched?
Yeah, like now you're working with one of Gus's guys, so like why?
Also, why do you
wouldn't
think Mike was
two
so
of
keen,
people?
so keen to go into business with you when he wanted nothing to do with you?
Yeah. Hello.
Like, I would have been like,
Hello,
well, I'm
is
happy
this
to
thing
cook, but
on?
it feels weird now that you want to do that. But the moment he goes, oh, this is paying them to keep them quiet, you should have known there was still, what?
Yeah, he's like, well, you were gonna tell me this?
Like, you should have
Didn't know that I had to when you're
gonna
literally
act
involved.
like this, when you're gonna act like this and act like an actual psycho. And this is my thing, because it's all his ego's like, because he doesn't think he's in a 3-way partnership. He thinks he's the head guy.
No, he's a
Heisenberg.
narcissist. It's like
He's
I
the
think
head.
like he actually kind of is a narcissist.
I think he is. Because he just comes in and then he gets so mad and irate. It's like, this is why I didn't tell you. This is why I didn't confirm it to you. You could have known.
Yeah, okay. No, he literally, like,
Yeah.
textbook, I think, is written. I wonder if the directors have said anything about this. A person who has excessive interest in or admiration of themselves.
Yeah.
They think the world revolves around them. They struggle with work and personal relationships.
Because 9 times out of 10, they think they're smarter than what they actually are. That's usually like when serial killers go hand in hand with narcissism. That's usually what gets them.
Yeah,
caught,
they
'cause
believe
think-
others are inferior, they lack empathy for others. Couple that with just being an idiot. Like, I don't know. Sorry, I just had to pause because I don't want to interrupt this
'cause
conversation
is
that's happening
important,
here.
But you're
like,
right. We needed to get that off.
I just
I was
had to
like
say that.
immediately angry.
Like, had to say that.
Jesus. How can you be so irresponsible?
Calm down, would you please?
Yes, that's exactly it.
Kept this from me, from us. Did you know about this?
See, me.
And I said calm down. I've got it under control.
Oh, well, forgive me for not having complete confidence. You know this can't go on, right?
And I've already decided I'm out.
Yeah, because you suck. And that's what you want anyway. And with Mike out, you
He's
are
gonna have
going
to-
to be, with Mike out, you have nobody to be, like, you don't know how to do this. And I hope you're realizing this.
Sorry to see you go, Mike. See you any other way.
Oh, shut up. He made that choice, not you.
Jesse,
Don't act like he made that choice.
take over the distribution end of things. Mike, I trust.
Obviously, Jesse.
Oh my God, this is so annoying. Why are you acting like this is your plan?
About that.
I'm so dizzy. Sorry, I just got lightheaded because I'm so mad.
I'm out too.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, thank you.
This really throws a wrench into everything. Yeah. Woo! Destruction.
I can do this anymore. So,
Yeah, I mean, after all the kids, I think Jesse's.
Yeah.
That methylamine that we stole, that we nearly killed ourselves trying to steal, that methylamine, when cooked, is worth nearly $300
Did they almost die,
million.
though?
And you're telling me that you're willing to walk away from that?
He's the one who put them in danger.
Not the methylamine. Jesse and I'll be taking our 2/3 and we're selling it. I've got a connection, a guy I knew from my time with Frank. This guy has the capital, and he's motivated.
Oh, yeah, so you're gonna go.
Clear like 5 million each.
Just be done.
Guys in lockup, out of my share. Those legacy costs that you're so fond of, you won't have to worry about anymore. And then I will be going on my way.
But he can't do that. He can't let you do that. He can't, because it's not his plan. But it's not his.
You can come in on this.
It's a solid plan.
Mm-hmm. But he won't, because it's not his idea.
Of course,
he won't do it.
You are free to hold on to your third and keep cooking.
Oh my God, he's gonna throw a BF. He's gonna freak
Look at his
out.
face. Look at his freaking face.
My competitors.
See?
This
yeah.
guy and his
Told you.
crew are
Told
way
you.
out in Phoenix.
Told you.
It's a big
Look at his face.
Walter.
I hate
A
him.
lot of money.
I hate him so much.
Pennies on the dollar, Jesse. And that's what you're going to sell out for. Pennies.
5 million isn't pennies. It's more money than I've ever seen. And when it comes down to it,
he's broken.
Are we in the meth business or the money business?
Yeah, money. But you can't because you're running the company how you want it. You're the one in charge. You're self-sufficient, even though you're not. But now, if them out of the way, oh, you'll be selling to my competitors. He's gonna do something to sabotage this.
This whole episode's stressing me out.
This whole season has stressed me out.
So then, is it going to be like solo finale type of thing?
No,
like, what the hell is happening?
There's not a chance. Like Walter is gonna do something to them in this deal.
I'm surprised to get you
Halfway
all.
through the episode, yeah.
Good surprise, I hope. There's 1 gallon, as discussed. You take that back home to your people, test it. If you're satisfied, I can get the other 665. All right,
that's fair enough.
So we talk money? The price for the rest is $15,000 per. 665 gallons, that's $9,975,000. Although I would prefer you round it up to 10. Makes it easier for my partner and I to split.
Yeah, I talked to my guys, but I should be able to put together that cash, yeah. I gotta tell you, this is worth it just to get that blue stuff of yours off the market. The blue stuff will be off the market, right?
This whole time I was thinking 666. That seems like an odd number. 2/3 of an even thousand, though. When I look at it that way, it starts to make sense to me.
That's not all the methylamine, is it? You two have a partner you haven't mentioned?
This other party wouldn't be a problem for you. His territory won't impact yours.
You see, that doesn't work for me. I'm not just buying this for the supply. I'm buying this for the demand. I'm looking to increase my market share here, Mike.
I don't know what to tell you.
I want you to tell me that Fring's Blue will be off the streets.
Here's a new deal for you, then. I'll pay you $15K a gallon for the full 1,000 gallons.
Huh?
Not a drop less.
He's not gonna budge.
It's not mine to sell, Declan.
Well, then, no deal, Mike.
Why don't you come over here? To my house.
Yo, you sure this is okay?
She's
Oh no, there's a hole in the rattan rocking chair.
Something's come up. Mike wanted to come here to give you the hard sell, but I figured it'd be better coming from me.
It's not gonna cave.
Mike's connection won't buy mine and Mike's shares of the methylamine unless he gets your share too.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have to do anything.
Figured you'd say that, but I've been thinking about it and it really makes sense, kinda.
It does it?
When you started this thing, did you ever dream of having $5 million? I know for a fact that you didn't. I know for a fact all you needed was $737,000 because you worked it all out. Look, if selling the methylamine now means that no one else ever gets killed, then I vote for that, man. Hands down.
Yeah.
We could have it tomorrow.
No, sorry, he's gonna torture you the way that he's tortured Skylar.
Them getting hurt.
What you wanted.
Finding out about everything. Isn't this what you've been working for?
I have not been working this hard just to sell out.
It's not selling out.
Yes, it is, Jesse. We have suffered and bled, literally, for this business. And I will not throw it away for nothing.
It's not nothing. You're a psycho.
Say it, Mr. White. $5 million.
That's gonna get you killed. What did Kendrick Lamar say? Pride's gonna be the death of you.
Oh, he's talking about gray matter. Oh, okay.
Well, I co-founded it in grad school with a couple of friends of mine.
Walter Lore incoming.
Who named it. And back then, it was just small time. We had a couple patents. Of course, we all knew the potential. Now, we were going to take the world by storm. This, something happened between the three of us, and I'm not going to go into detail.
But I want the details.
Personal reasons, I decided to leave the company. And I sold my share to my two partners. I took a buyout for $5,000.
Oh, you're dumb. That's for you.
That was a lot of money for me. Care to guess what that company is worth now?
Millions?
Something billion?
Billions. With a B. 2.16 billion as of last Friday. I look it up every week.
Oh my God, he's obsessed.
Yeah.
Sold my share, my potential, for $5,000. I sold my kid's birthright for a few months' rent.
This isn't the same thing.
It's really not.
It's not.
Jesse, you asked me if I was in the meth business or the money business. I'm in the empire business.
Oh, so you admit it. It's just your pride.
Is a meth empire really something to be that proud of?
Yeah. All I can think about is her walking into his driveway. And do not sell
Skylar.
weed
you
to my
remember
husband.
Jesse?
Yeah.
It's my wife, Skylar.
Hey, Mrs. White, good to see you. You have a lovely home. I was just at an ounce.
Why don't you stay for dinner?
No.
What?
I'm gonna go.
Stay.
Ew.
Come on.
Gross.
He's such. I hate. He no. Like, look at her.
It's okay.
Look at him.
Isn't it,
Like,
Skylar?
no,
You're
it's
in a
not.
special place.
No, it's not. You're such trash. He is such a manipulative, intimidating jerkbag. Look at her face. Like, it's so messed up, man. Like, you got into this to keep your family, and then you treat your family like garbage, and your partner like garbage, and because you want an
See?
empire. See how I run the world?
See how I can
just
just
do
boss
it?
people around?
Mm.
Good old family dinner.
My heart's beating so fast.
I like that you got the slivered almonds going.
Mom always made him like that. You put lemon in there too?
They are from the deli at Albertsons.
Mm.
Oh. Oh. Well, you work on your
Kudos to them, I guess.
These are choice.
She's like, why the f did you make me come have dinner like
I
this?
eat a lot of frozen stuff. It's usually pretty bad. I mean, pictures are always so awesome. Seriously, what's that about? It's like, yo, whatever happened to truth in advertising? You know?
He's trying so hard just to make small talk. He doesn't want to be there.
So, hey, how's business? The car wash. Mr. White said it's going really well. It's like you're a great manager.
She's like, you didn't f***ing say that.
Got it running like a machine, like well oiled. Yeah.
What else did he tell you about me?
Just good stuff. Just really, really good stuff.
Did you also tell him about my affair?
Oh, that's right. She
Oh,
hasn't
yeah,
seen
she
him
hasn't
since he
talked
said
to.
it.
Oh, since she's talked with her sister ever. Yeah, freaking. Oh my God. The way he's drinking.
I feel so bad for him.
God, how embarrassing.
May I please be excused?
Oh, yeah.
You know, my kids are gone.
Thank God.
No, I don't mean they're out for the night. They're gone. They're staying with my in-laws. You made me kick my own kids out of the house.
Because it's smart.
Yeah, because you won't fucking leave, bro. You're like a freaking parasite.
That she was counting the days until my cancer came back.
Yeah, because you become a terrible person in a year.
Life is waiting for me to die.
Because you're a bad guy. So why are you doing all this?
This is all I have left.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, like but it didn't have to be.
It's because his family was never actually his intention.
I feel like it was, but the moment he realized he wasn't gonna die, he was like, "Arr."
You want to take it away from me?
Do you really think Mike's not there?
Try something stupid.
Exactly, because you're predictable.
Look, Mike.
Don't bother, Walter. Come join me in the office.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Ugh.
Request.
I was gonna say, let's just.
You're not making this out alive, Walt.
Might as well.
Unless he was. Watch, he'll kill Mike or some bull BS.
It's going down tomorrow. It's happening. There's nothing you can do to stop it.
So it's okay for you to steal my
To
30.
ensure that, you and I are going to spend the rest of the night together in this office. Like it's
Oh,
my
Walt's
birthday.
gonna care. How's he gonna kill
Deal's
Mike?
done.
Because he's gonna
Get
do
your
it.
Money, I guarantee that.
Let me cook it.
I'll double your 5 and you still walk. You know, I have never seen anybody work so hard not to get $5 million.
For real.
You need to listen to me. No, Walter, the last thing I need to do is listen to you. Now sit down.
Mike, I am sat. You do not have to ask me twice.
Walt probably has his gun on him.
I don't know. Or
he has to get out of this, like, because like there's still a second part season.
Yeah, I just don't know where it's going.
We know he gets caught. He's clearly on the run in the beginning episode. You know what I mean?
True, because he's
all right.
Like looked like he attempted to change his identity.
So I wonder who he's on the run
Got
from.
something I need
Actually,
to
at this
attend
point,
to before this deal happens. But for some reason, I don't trust you alone with the methylamine. I'm gonna have to restrain you.
You gotta be kidding.
Stand up.
He's
Arms out to the side. Up.
oh, he's patting him down first. Smart.
Sit down. Sit down.
He's like a toddler. Like Walt is like when you try to put a sock on a toddler. Radiator needs to be polished.
I wonder if he turns on the radiator and then melts it off.
So look for something to cut himself out.
Of course. But he is. He's gonna take the methylene. Like,
better get to chewing. Come on, old man, kick your leg up there.
it's actually really.
Oh.
He's gonna melt it off, or he's gonna break it off the glass. I guess.
Yeah, was he hoping for the glass?
I think so.
Cut your hand off.
The whole hand.
Break your wrist. Dislocate your fingers.
He's gonna melt it off.
Yeah, he's like a little gerbil. Like, it just really makes you think, like, what were his parents actually like?
Well, he has a really bad relationship with his mom.
Well, I know, but like,
His
it's
dad
like
died. So
he's just so like
his mom probably had a little bit of narcissism too.
idiotically
'Cause it's
dubious.
You think it's gonna shock? It's definitely gonna shock him, right?
I don't know.
Or it's not, or it's just gonna melt like he wants it to.
Well, the lines aren't.
Yeah. Yep. I knew it. He didn't turn on the radiator, but he's melting it off.
Woo!
He is so motivated. Good for him. Because that's gotta hurt. Yeah.
What do we
Ow.
have pleasure?
Well, gentlemen, we're here to discuss your illegal harassment of my clients.
This should be good.
Mr. Ehrmantraut has become the subject of a vicious, relentless, and unwarranted DEA persecution.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Play it as cool as you like, Fonzie, but we all know you've been following my client day and night. Poor man can't even spend a few minutes with his granddaughter without you guys quivering in the bushes and peeping through your little binoculars. It's disturbing. And it's taken a toll on his mental and physical well-being.
Client looks fine to me.
Well, some hurts only show on the inside. You guys don't even have warrants for these tales, do you?
Theoretically, these tales you refer to would be completely within the bounds of the law.
A warrant to follow somebody through a public place, theoretically.
Yeah, that is theoretically correct. However, I would counter that an open-ended, unrestricted surveillance like this amounts to stalking, which is illegal. Now, I don't know what it is you find so interesting about my client, and I'm not here to judge, different strokes and all, but sadly, he's just not that into you. So, I have filed for a temporary restraining order against the DEA on behalf of Mr. Ehrmantraut. You know who likes this suit? Judge Papadoumian. She thinks I'm a snappy dresser. You know what Judge Papadoumian hates? Police harassment of a senior citizen. Sorry. Expect a visit from the sheriff, agents. You should have your ex parte within the hour.
All right, well, good job, Saul.
This thing.
Papadoumian, man. She's like Ho Chi Minh. So what do we do?
Well, not a lot of choice, you know. We back them off. TR won't stand up, and Goodman knows it. Let's see what they're playing at here, but if Ehrmantraut wants a fight, he's gonna get one.
That was a hell of a gamble.
Worked.
Well, not for long.
He's right about that TRO. It's going to get tossed. Too sweet. Meanwhile, Schrader's hard-on for you just reached Uncle Milty proportions, so have fun with that.
How much time I got?
And maybe 24 hours.
It's enough.
It better be. Whatever you got planned, you best pull the ripcord while you still have a chance.
And he's gonna get in there, and it's gonna be gone because he burned it off and he left. Yeah. He wants an empire. He said it.
Where is it, Mike? Well, get out of my way. You sit down.
Mike, hold on. Hey, Mr. White's got an idea.
Count to 3.
Mike, I'm serious. It's a great idea. Look, you get your $5 million, we both do it, and he gets methylamine, all right? Just hear him out.
He's been waiting to do that.
Is that true, Walter?
I hate him. Look how smug. Oh my God, I want to punch him in the throat.
He wins.
I don't believe you. He's got a plan to take all of you out so he doesn't have to do dick. No, sorry. I am just like, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think anyone's gonna think I was lying anyway, because I've been very open on my feelings. He is such a self-motivated jerkface who cannot think about anyone besides himself for literally 30 freaking seconds, and I hate him.
To the point he's willing to burn himself.
I have experienced and been around too many narcissists in my life that even a fictional one drives me up the wall. He disgusts me. And keep in mind, I am into the show. It's got me on my toes. It keeps me guessing. This is not a bash on the show. I love the show. The show is great. I just hate Walter. I hate him. I don't find him commendable. I think, how do you say that you're doing this all for your family, and then you isolate your family, you treat your family like garbage, you do all these terrible things. Sorry I hated him sooner because I already saw the red flags. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just it. That's just from and he is the most selfish, little manipulative rat.
He can't even have rats in his hair because he doesn't have any
hair.
I know.
So,
I think I said what I needed to say too when I made us pause.
Yeah.
Like, I just...
Like, I swear to God, it was like the moment, like, I give Walt an inch and he takes a million miles.
That's
like,
why
I can't
I
even
use
say,
that-
even when I'm like, oh, props, guy. Like, that was a good plan. It was really rude that you waited to the last second. But it worked out. We got it. It was very, I just
don't think it's
he's
working
the
out.
worst.
Because...
The worst.
When do you learn that your actions have
I
consequences?
just know, I hope that Hank gets him at the end of this and he goes to jail forever. That's what I want. It's not going to happen. Why do they do that?
I don't know. That would be the obvious standoff. And I was literally just
know.
talking about this. I was like, are they going to do the thing that I think would be obvious? Like, have him and Hank kind of have, like, this final, like, standoff
I'm
at
like,
the end?
I'm
Or,
like worried that, like, honestly, at the end of the day, like, or does the series just end with him shooting Hank?
Or like, does he find a way to like do the identity change? Because it started the season with him having the identity change, but we still have all of seasons, like season 6 is how it's split up on Amazon Prime. So it's like, we still have the rest of that. So it's like, does that not come back around by the end of these sets of episodes on 5? Or... You know, like, does he do the identity thing with Saul and, like, get the money, like, saved so that way they can, like, escape? And but I just don't see him letting it go, because now he's, like, talking about how he wants an empire, and it's like...
The way he looks at Mike at the end, he's going to find a way to kill Mike. That's his plan. He's killing Mike because he wants his cake and eats it, too. He doesn't want to be partners.
And he's
the only reason he wanted
definitely
this
going to try to kill Todd, too. I don't think.
Yeah.
I think once
You think
like
he's gonna try and kill
he
Todd? I
wants
think he's
to
gonna-
murder somebody, like once he
I
has
don't-
decided he wants somebody to die, I just don't think he can let it go.
I don't think he's ever wanted to kill Todd. I think that's all a ruse. He had to throw out the options for what he wants, because you know what? Todd's the first person to do what Walt said. Nobody else can know. No issues. This cannot leave here. He's the only one who's taken what Walt
Yeah, and
said.
then you're right, and he didn't care because he was
and
whistling.
didn't question it.
Yeah.
And didn't question it once. Shot him dead. Walt wants that. You know what? Walt wants what, all of Gus's guys were.
Yeah.
That's what he wants. He wants minions. Not that
he's
he
an idiot.
deserves minions.
I just think he's dumb.
He will always have dumber minions than what Gus had.
I don't think he has dumber minions. I think everybody is cognizant of what they're doing. It's just that Walt's not a good leader.
Well,
He's not a good,
but that's the thing though. Mike and Jesse aren't his minions. Even in his brain, he thinks they are for some reason. They're not. They're supposed to be still in the partner range. But Todd, you get rid of Mike.
Yeah.
Then we've watched him do it before. He will bully the out of Jesse until he does what he wants. He'll play on pull his little emotional heartstrings.
Weird psychological
all the
manipulation.
All the time.
What was the point of making him Jesse sit there to have dinner? Was it, and then basically it was so you could blame him?
Yes. Again, he's a narcissist. He is gaslighting. This is what you want to take away from me? She's waiting for me to die of cancer. You're going to take my business from me?
I lost my share. I sold it for
billions. I sold my worth. I won't do it again. Well, that was different. You're not going to make billions of dollars. You are not that. Again, that's the narcissism. You're not as good as you think you are, my guy.
Yeah, and it's like
you got out and
Jesse didn't ever get the opportunity, I feel like, to stand up to Walt when Walt wasn't Walt's always just kind of been like a freaking psychopath, but because Jesse was doing all of the drugs and all this I don't feel like he was ever in a clear mind to speak his mind. And since he was fragile, Walt just has a bunch of fragile people around him, and he's literally just batting them around. He's like a cat playing with its prey. He doesn't give a
He doesn't. He really doesn't. And that's the thing. And that's why I don't think he's going to do anything with Todd. He's going to keep Todd to do his bidding because he's the first person to do exactly what he said unquestionably. Yeah. That probably gave him even though it's sad to watch a kid die, I bet you when he replays, he's like, well, he's right. I did say that. That means that man's going to do.
Yeah. And then he feels good because somebody listened to what he said.
Twice to follow my rules. Didn't think twice.
Yeah.
Didn't question him because that's all he wants. He wants ultimate power.
I just think he wants
ultimate power.
He's a serial killer in disguise. If you're into I don't like saying into true crime. If true crime is a topic of interest and study for you, then I feel like Walter White is a classic serial killer. He just exudes all of the traits.
He has all the traits.
It's just that if you removed the meth business and just kept him murdering people due to whatever is going on in his brain, right? He's literally just a serial killer.
Because
he's literally just a serial killer.
It's been past the point of self-preservation for a while. And I do believe he did believe he killed Gus. And that's the thing though, because in his brain, he's it's the thing that we've been talking about so consistently is he thinks, oh, I killed the top dog. I'm now top dog. But he doesn't realize how to actually run a business. He doesn't realize what it takes. At the end of the day, he's a little rat doing whatever it takes to survive. Yes, he had a plan. Yes, he got Jesse on the side. Yeah, he poisoned a kid. That's not cool. To get rid of Gus because his life is on the line because of every single bad decision that Walt made. And the thing is, they really just think I think. So what I see when Walt is on the screen and doing all these things and the way he just spoke to Mike, oh, why didn't you tell me? Because
you weren't going to tell me this.
How irresponsible could you be? This man has been doing this, my guy, for years. He's a retired beat cop. He ran until you're not involved in everything. They were under the radar, clear and free. This was not even slightly suspect until you came into these people's lives, right?
I think I said a while ago too that I felt that I wondered why. Okay, because season 2 was really focused on family.
Mm-hmm.
There was all of the issues with him and Skylar, and it was really focused on family and relationships and connections, and him fighting with Hank or having outbursts at the pool and parties and things. And I think I said that I felt that his relationship with Skylar in particular potentially was a foreshadow or a metaphor to how he does business.
Right.
And it totally is.
Because it is. It's just manipulation. It's just it's so surface level.
Yeah.
There's no, he literally just woke up one day and was like, this is a good plan. I can run this multi-million-dollar business. He's that guy who say his girlfriend leaves and he gets with that guy and he's really rich because he did this one thing. He's that guy that was that could have been me if I would have made one choice. Or the guy in high school said I would have went pro if I wouldn't have torn my ACL. But doesn't do any of the work to get there. You know what I mean? That could have been me if I just would have had that lucky handout. He can't give credit where credit is due to other people. He can't see that all the hard work behind everything. He just sees that he deserves the payoff of it.
Which
no effort.
Okay, because I was thinking too with some of the lighting in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of green hues, and particularly even this thumbnail that they have with Jesse, and Walt is standing behind him on the side that's green. Jesse is feeling, you know, the fuel and this emotion that's on the other half of him. But it's like Walt's envy is like bleeding on to everybody. He's like envious of this version of himself that just he feels that he completely threw away. And so and then now he's envious of what Gus had, and he'll be envious if he can't make it work in his own way and prove that he can be better than the version of himself that sold himself for 5,000, and he needs to be better than Gus because he has to nail that in, or else Gus's death was for nothing, and then he feels like it's for nothing, right? And he wants the empire, and I get it. I get what he's saying, but it's interesting, like the subtle, God, I have a hair in my eye, like the notes that they have put together, because when I was watching that, I was like, it's like green, like he's green with, it's like he's green, like he's literally, they have him glowing green with envy. I think his pride is very obvious. I think that that's a big thing. That's why all I could think about was the Kendrick Lamar lyric. Like, pride's gonna be the death of you and you and you and me and me and you and you and me, and it's like his pride is leading them out to their grave. Like, here we go. I just feel like you said too, with context clues, I still believe that I'm watching a tragedy unfold.
For sure. It eventually has to backfire. There's no way. It's too, he just is so messy all the time. And I get what you're saying. He's so green with envy, but he's not doing any of the work. He's not really trying to do the work, though. He's just playing this stupid long game. Like, and it's like you said in the episode that just went on thing. You're like, no, but he was just manic, and I was like, that was long. Like, I even tried to give him credit. Like, that was long playing. You're like, no, it still was all rushed, and he was crazy. And I was like, and in the moment, I was like, I don't know. I feel like there's decent plan, but if you look about it, even his longer plans are still, it's a reaction to somebody else. He never comes out with a solid business plan or model or anything else. Everything he has ever done is a reaction to somebody else making the choice. Because it's like you said, he's green of envy. But you know what I think he's green of envy with? Is having that choice taken away from him. Because the one time he did what he wanted to do, he got. So now he's just convinced everybody else is trying to snatch.
Or that if he doesn't seize the opportunity that he thinks is available,
if it's not his idea,
that that somebody else is going to take it from him, and then like it'll just be another thing that's taken from him because he didn't act on it. So like he's trying to do what you're talking about, where it's like now he's trying to like act on it, but he's like just not. And that's why I explained it. It's like tunnel vision, or like it's not long game. Like he just has like a narrow path, and it's kind of like, I'd imagine like hopscotch, you know?
He's reactive,
The pieces are there. It's just that, you know, it's like he's quickly having to think on his feet as he's going, which I again, it's like, if people want me to give him credit, sure, he can think on his feet, but I just still don't think that he's as smart in the meth business as Gus was written as.
Yes, and he'll never be. And like I said, like Gus was playing the long game. Gus is planned out. Like his whole backstory, the whole of everything of how he's even related to Gail. That was he didn't come up with that a week ago when he died.
No,
you know what I mean? Like this has been from
lifelong.
Jump. Like, and again, everything Walt does is a reaction to somebody else. It's never like, but he had planned on just cooking all the methylene and doing all those things, but but in reality, like, were you going to be still washing all that money through the laundry when you and Skylar are not good? Or where are you doing? Who's distributing? Who's actually on the streets right now?
Well, and then to be like, okay,
you're
Jesse,
only doing small batches and
naturally, being like sacrificing Jesse again to do that, which is to completely be, you're just not even thinking about what he had already gone through. Like Skinny P and like all of that stuff, you know, like losing his friends, and then the other dealers, like killing them, and it's to put Jesse back on the street is just insane.
And the way that he just thought it was going to go just like that too, the way he was, well, obviously you'll need to get, it's the thing. It's like, also, and that's what makes me so angry. It's like, well, you did not know what you were walking into. Don't act like, obviously you're going to need to get with Jesse, and we're obviously going to do this because I'm now the one. And it's like, what?
I know.
Like you didn't even, and I was like, and Mike even says it. It's like, no one's doing this. Because you just assumed that this is how it was going to go because this is how you have it played in your head. But you have done no planning. You've made no guarantees. And Jesse's and clearly Jesse's unwell. Like,
no, Jesse, that's why I say
prick.
Jesse went from, like, it's basically like emotional incest is kind of how I feel about his relationship with Walter. Walter acts like a parent to Jesse in their world. I think that's been made clear that Walter sees Jesse like this son to him. But I think there is emotional incest. He makes Jesse be responsible for all of the awful feelings surrounding their environment, and he makes it Jesse's fault. And this dinner that he just made him sit at really nails that in by making him sit through this whole awkward, dramatic thing, not saying anything, literally just letting him sit there and flail in your unsavory relationship. So just to blame him at the end.
Well, it's so he could see how Skylar is treating Walt, so he can feel bad for him, so he can then manipulate, like,
yes, exactly.
Take this from me too.
Emotional incest. Like, he's literally preying on Jesse because Jesse hasn't ever had the opportunity to step away from the life that, like, all Jesse has done basically is stopped smoking meth and doing drugs. As far as we know, right? Like, he's clean. That's basically all we've gotten from that. He hasn't gotten put into any better environment. He's still in the same environment. It's just that he's just not doing drugs now.
But that's the thing. Every time Jesse has a chance to get happy, though, too, in the show, outside of, like, the drug addiction with Jason.
Yeah, Walter tried to kill that kid. He ruined his relationship.
He literally planted in his brain, well, I mean, we're going to,
Jesse was right.
Share. And Jesse was right. I trust you that you can share whatever you want. Like, I trust your judgment. If you think she's doing, just no, it's in the long, got in his head, and all he could think about, because Jesse, and I think, so when you said the Green of Envy thing, you're like, I think he's jealous of Jesse. I was like, I think he is genuinely jealous that Jesse can think of anything else and go on and still have thriving relationships and still be in the game a little bit, and he can't, and have empathy. I think that's what he's jealous of, because Walt got in the game and can't keep a relationship to himself, and Jesse's had how many since then?
But that's what I'm saying. It bleeds on to everything. Like, his envy, I think, really starts with this gray matter bullshit and, like, his issues, and could go even as far back to his relationship with his family, since that was slightly alluded to at the very beginning. But it bleeds on to everything, and, like, everyone around him, and he does everything to manipulate. And
it's so weird because it's not even like the stuff he should be doing, because the what he could do to be happy is right in front of him, and he doesn't even bother to take it because he's so hung up, like you said, on the gray matter and having the money. And I guess I just, again, at the end of the day, like, money is never worth my happiness. Or what means the most to me. And if money is the thing that means the most to you, or having power is the thing that means the most to you, good for you, but could never be me. And I value my relationships. I value my experiences. That stuff, it can come and go. I don't care.
Well, I mean, things can, like, you just never know. Like, things can change so quickly.
So quickly.
Like, it.
So to put all your effort into being like, I will have what I want. It, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's greed.
And too, it's also, which is why it's having Mike say, I've never seen somebody be so reluctant to $5 million.
Right. It's crazy. It's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, Mike is this killer. He's done all these things, but he really just wants to have money to leave to his granddaughter when he dies.
Yep.
At the end of it, that's it.
Yeah.
So.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for sitting with us through our long discussion. Hope you liked it.
I love the show. I just hate Walt.
Yeah, no, and that's the point, though. So I can't wait till we get to watch some behind the scenes, and I also really want to listen to some interviews and just videos from the directors and writers and see what they have to say. I'd love to see further interviews too after the show kind of became what it is now. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out. We'll catch you in the next episode.
See you guys.
Bye.